branding manager at Affinity Hospice, and in today's Cheap but Charming, we're going to talk about our Christmas tree. One of my favorite things to do is decorate the Christmas tree. However, in healthcare, we're always aware of fall prevention, and I've done it myself. I've stepped off of the step ladder and fallen on my face beside the Christmas tree, trying to decorate the top of the tree. So these are my tips and tricks. First of all, when you unbox your artificial tree, don't do anything with it. Get the very top piece, the very top of your tree, and your tree stand. Those are the only two things that you need to get started. Set your tree stand up, and the best you can, balance the topper in the stand so that it holds it up. It may not be perfect, but at least it'll hold it up while you can decorate it. Now, decorate your tree top. Do that first. Then get the rest of the tree up. You can take it down, get the rest of the tree up, set the topper on there, plug the lights in, and you're done. There's no climbing on the ladder, or at least you can get help. You can decorate it yourself, but then someone else can set it up there for you. So first of all, we have to fluff it out. And we know sometimes they've been in the attic for several years. Our trees don't always fluff out as pretty and full as we really want them to. So don't be afraid of your tree. If it's looking a little lean or it's got some holes here and there, go out into the backyard. Cheapest place to find some greenery for your tree. If you have a magnolia tree, those leaves make beautiful foliage. Cut some branches however long, tuck those into your tree here and there. I've even cut some small little pine branches and flocked them with snow in a can. And it really did turn out pretty. So don't be afraid. Don't put a tree in the dumpster just because you think that it's a little sparse. Of course, it would be great to get a new tree every year, but I can't do that. So I have to find other ways to try to make it work. That's one of the ways. Go into the backyard and find what you can to tuck into your tree. Now, after we've got our tree fluffed, the first thing that I like to do is put the topper on. Very first thing, and then we kind of decorate around that topper. So this is our topper. You can see I'm here in our conference room at Affinity Hospice, and I've made a mess and there's glitter everywhere. But we're going to use this little tree as our topper this year. So I folded this part down, and I'm going to put the tree on. We can secure it the best we can, but our best friend are pipe cleaners. And I specifically don't buy green pipe cleaners because when you go to take your tree down and save all the decorations, sometimes they're hard to see. So if I use a different color, then I can definitely see to get all the decorations off the tree. And they're gonna be covered up anyway, so yeah, they're not really gonna show. So this little tree topper is mesh. So I'm gonna run this pipe cleaner through the mesh at the bottom of the tree and then secure it. When our tree topper is secure and we like it, now let's talk about ribbon and other things. I like to use several different kinds of ribbon, and the ribbon all over your tree doesn't even have to match. You can work in some different colors and some different textures, different shades of ribbon to make some tonal color, and that really, really turns out pretty. So first we have some deco mesh type ribbon. This is going to be a little bit more expensive. It's more like ribbon. This is some deco mesh. Now we've saved this from years past, and that's okay. It's perfectly fine to do that. If you have some pieces like this, don't throw them in the garbage because you can always tuck them in like tails for your bow. That's what I like to do with these. So let's hang on to these. Let's grab some of this and my scissors. Now, don't feel obligated to make a big full bow for the top of your tree or anywhere on your tree. If you just make a couple of tails and some loops, by the time you tuck all the other good stuff in there, it's gonna look nice and full. So we don't wanna waste ribbon if we don't have to. So make a tail and pinch it. Make a couple of loops. really pretty ribbon. We want to use even less of this because it's more expensive. So we want to make like a backer for our bow to make it look nice and full, but we're going to use this for the showstopper on the front. And then go ahead and add another tail as well. Okay, and we're going to take our other half of our pipe cleaner. Again, get it tight on the back and then pinch it really good in the center and then clamp it down. Now, we're going to add this to this. Now you can see where I'm going with that. We have 3 loops of our really pretty ribbon. We've got 4 loops of our filler kind of ribbon. And then we can always come back in with some other things, okay? So we're just gonna take our pipe cleaner. We're gonna secure it here at the top of the tree. I don't like things that are symmetrical. I like things that kind of go one side and another side, and I really like odd numbers as well. Now, we've got that part done. We've got these tails from last year's Christmas tree. So all we have to do is pull them up under and tuck them in. And that's one of the things that is wonderful about Deco Mesh, is it's inexpensive and it will stick to your Christmas tree. You just kind of work it in there between the branches and it'll stay there. Now, if your tree is in front of the window, or if you have a tree, maybe like my mom, that goes around, maybe you're going to want to do this all over again for the back side. Our tree here at the office kind of sits against the wall, so it's not going to be a big deal here. Now, we've got these really pretty, fluffy, feathery picks that kind of stick up really pretty. I like these. This kind of reminds me of a disco ball. Now, if you wanted to save your tree topper year after year and box it up by itself, so that it's decorated and you don't have to do this every year, you could use zip ties to put your things on there to make sure that they're not going to move. I like this height that we've got going on. I like that this one is a little higher, this one is down, and then this one is down a little bit more. I like things that are multi-level like that. So, now we've got some of these cute little feathery things here. These you can usually find these at the Dollar Tree. They're about $1 a piece. And if I were going to buy some, I would probably pick up 5, 7, 9 odd numbers. I love to do odd numbers. Now, I just try to balance out the design. We've got these over here that are kind of heavier on that side of the tree. So let's see what we can do over here to kind of balance that out. Now, I told you that I left a hole here in the middle. What I want you to do is, you know, a lot of times ornaments come in an assorted box, and there's some more plain ornaments, and there's maybe some glittery ones, and then there's one that's like, boom, it's like the most beautiful ornament that there is. I want you to go for that one. Get him out of the box and onto the tree. I love these ornaments because they're rough. They have a really rough texture. And I don't hang ornaments. I tuck them in the tree. Now, if you have some vintage ornaments, or you have ornaments that are breakable that are very special to you, of course you would want to secure them to the tree. But again, I would do that with a pipe cleaner. I would run the pipe cleaner through here and then pull it into the tree and then wire it in. These, because the texture is really rough, the needles on the tree just grab it and they just stay right there where it is. So, we're going to tuck that in right there. And something that's really important to know is to give your tree depth. You want to put some ornaments more toward the the stem of the tree, and then you want to put some more out toward the ends of the branches. But you need to do both. And sometimes ones that you can tuck in the tree can be something like this. This is just a styrofoam snowflake. It's got a little bit of glitter on it. I think these were like 4 in a package for $1 at the Dollar Tree. But this will be something great to tuck in there toward the stem. If you have any holes in the tree, this would be a great hole filler. So just as an example, you can see how that one is tucked in there. I hope you can see. You can see how that one is tucked in there more to the back, but it helps to give your tree good texture and good depth, as opposed to all the ornaments being hung on the ends of the branches. Now, we also have these snowflakes. I bought these on clearance a couple of years ago for our office tree, and I still like them. So, I think that would look really good right there on the edge. It's secure in there. You don't have to put it exactly in place. Just keep it secured so it's not going to fall out when you transport it to the top of the tree. I'm just going to tuck that in there like that, and I love that, how it kind of balances these more wispy things on this side. Now, we can kind of see our pot cleaner in there, so I'm going to take one of these and tuck it in. And I like the way that this snowflake is kind of peeking out from behind the silver wispy thing here. I think that's definitely don't want these two snowflakes to be at the same level. I want one to be higher, one to be a little lower, almost as if diagonal. Thank you for joining me again today, and send me some photos. community@affinityhospice.net. If you were able to use this method on your tree, shoot me a photo. I'd love to see. I love to see ideas of how different folks decorate for Christmas. Have a great day, and remember to make every moment matter with your loved ones this holiday season.